5000 BC. It is not possible any time after 4508 BC. Do you know why? Think of Lokmanya Tilak again. Because only during this time, anyone watching the sky from the earth would see Arundhati walking ahead of Vasishtha. The way Vyasa says. Everyone follows what I am saying? Everyone understands why the Mahabharata cannot happen outside based on this reference? Very good. And somebody doubted this. He says, is Nilesh telling the truth? You should have that kind of doubt. Okay? It doesn't mean like immediately you ask the question. So 10 years after, go next please. There is another individual, Siddhartha Chabra. One more, next. One more. He is based in Michigan. So he said, let me check if what Nilesh is saying is true. Or he's just bluffing because nobody is checking. So he used the latest and greatest evidence, the astronomy data that he had. And actually he tried to verify. And look what happened. The interval shrunk. Now is this a good thing or a bad thing? Good thing, very good thing. Now I have to only search within that 5,000 years. Okay, go next slide please. And go next, like 3 times. One more. So if you look at additional evidence from Mahabharata, I want to go fast to this for Bhishma Nirvana. In fact, if you want to know more about this, all you have to do is take my book number 3, Bhishma Nirvana. Okay? And it works great at bedtime. You start reading, you will get a good night's sleep. But it covers how that interval came down. The middle covered area is now only 1600 years. That's where I have to look for the year of Mahabharata war. Very similar to Arundhati Vasishtha, just because of time I am not going into it. Now the question is, how did I figure it out the 5561 BC? Go next. Okay, everyone knows what this is. It's just a complicated thing. Let me ask you, how many of you have played, the kids and elders, with the jigsaw puzzle? Jigsaw puzzle? Not many? Okay. How about crossword puzzle? This is a jigsaw puzzle and crossword puzzle that Vyasadeva has set up in a Mahabharata. In a modern language, we call it encryption. When we send an email, we don't want other than the intended party to read it. So we encrypt it. It just goes like a gibberish. But if you have a login and password, you can read on the other side. So if you understand astronomy, if you understand Sanskrit, you can understand it on the other side. So I'm not going to go into the details, but these are 50 descriptions of the planets described by Vyasadeva in the Mahabharata. A total of 300 descriptions of astronomy at the time of Mahabharata war. And just like you saw the jigsaw puzzle, first time it's very difficult. Crossword puzzle is also difficult. But once you get few references, then what happens? Suddenly you start getting clues for the rest of the ones, and in no time, if you are smart, no time you solve it. So it took me 15 years to get the interval. It took me maybe 2 months to get that other interval reduction down to 1600 years. And guess what? In less than a month, I could take these 50 observations and nail it down to 5561 BCE. Just to give you a flavor how this observation looks changed. That was 2009, by the way. And then it took me 2 years to write a book, because that was a challenge for a plastic salesperson, to write a book. So that brings you to 5561 BC. Just to give you an idea how robust this is. You use all 50, it will take you to 5561 BC. The planet Mars, Mangal, Angarak, Lohitango, these are different.